Sheriff Todd Baxter. My name is Chris Chichester. I live at 26 Sanders Farm Drive in Penfield. And yesterday, I received this letter from you, Todd, baby. This letter here is dated January 31, 2020, but I received it yesterday. So, Todd, I'm going to read this letter to you. Now, this letter is in response to my Freedom of Information Law filings that I've been sending to you for over a year, and you've received each one of these 10 plus times. You have received each one of these 10 plus times, including the FOIL that demands your public employee payroll, a list of salaries for everyone at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office and Monroe County Jail, because you exist because of the taxpayers of Monroe County, the state of New York, and I demand to know what every single public employee is paid at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office and Monroe County Jail. And that's not the only information I'm demanding. So, Todd, even though I received it yesterday, it's dated January 31st. So you need to speak to whoever does your letters and tell them to fix the dates. So, Christopher Chichester, 26 Sanders Farm Drive. Read Freedom of Information Request number 20-0186. Dear Mr. Chichester, pursuant to your request for information under the Freedom of Information Law FOIL, the documents being requested are not part of any record that is maintained or kept by the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. This request would need to be directed to the Monroe County District Attorney's Office. At this time, the Monroe County Department of Communications now considers this request closed. You may appeal this decision in writing within 30 days. The appeals officer for Monroe County is Jeffrey L. McCann, 39 West Main Street, Suite 110, Rochester, New York, 14614. Sincerely, Todd K. Baxter, Monroe County Sheriff. Todd, sincerely, you need to be honest when you communicate with me, Todd, baby. This should say, fuck you, Chris, Todd K. Baxter, Monroe County Sheriff. Do you understand me, Todd? Now, this letter, dated January 31st, is in response to my January 31st filings, even though I only received it yesterday. So, now, the key language here for you is, the documents being requested are not part of any record that is maintained or kept by the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. Oh! Is that right? Not part of any record. Your salaries are not part of any record, Sheriff Todd Baxter? January 31st, even though I received it yesterday. Freedom of Information Law. The names and salaries of every public employee at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. That's not part of the public record? Your salaries are part of the public record. The cost for a hotel, a plane ticket for Monroe County Sheriff, public employee Ryan Fisher to attend the Super Bowl in Atlanta, Georgia on February 3rd, 2019 with his canine dog, Lola. L-O-L-A, Lola. If you drink champagne, it tastes just like cherry cola. Did you, Ryan, baby, bring the kinks with you? Not part of any public record. Is that right? Not part of any public record. Here is Ryan Fisher standing at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia with his canine dog, Lola, L-O-L-A, Lola. Not part of any public record? This is your employee in uniform in Atlanta, Georgia. Oh, Todd, the last time I checked, Atlanta, Georgia is not a Monroe County. You're the Monroe County Sheriff, Todd. So what is Ryan Fisher doing in Atlanta, Georgia? How much was his plane ticket? How much was the hotel? How much was it for the care and feeding of his dog, Lola? Not part of the public record? Freedom of Information Law. The cost of taxpayers photography session approved by Monroe County Sheriff Todd Baxter photographed 10 public employees underwater in a pool. No, George Orwell did not write that language, because these are your Monroe County Sheriff employees, Todd Baxter, underwater in a pool. How is the underwater crime in Monroe County? How many individuals did you arrest for real crimes underwater. These are your employees. This photograph was on your Monroe County Sheriff Office Facebook page. You want people to know that your employees, I'm trying not to laugh at your stooge incompetence and buffoonery. You want people to know that your public employees, Todd Baby, are underwater in a pool. Oh, Todd, it's Michael Phelps swimming by. Is he winning a gold medal here, Todd Baby? Trying not to laugh at you, Todd Baxter. Freedom of information law, not part of the public record? Is that right? The cost of taxpayers of Monroe County Sheriff Todd Baxter has expended taxpayer dollars to settle employment-related discrimination lawsuits fair to comply with Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Is the answer yes or is the answer no? Based on my experience with your nauseating, criminal, corrupt enterprise, Todd Baxter, I demand to know if you have settled sexual harassment-related lawsuits under Title VII of the 1964 Civil Rights Act. What's sexual harassment? It's a man asking a woman out on a date over and over and over, and she is under siege at the office with no. No, no, no. That's sexual harassment. Is that happening at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office? It's a man touching a woman on parts of her body where she should never be touched. Is that happening at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office? Sexual harassment is a rape. Freedom of information law. The names and charges of every inmate in Monroe County Jail from January 1, 2018 to December 31, 2018. The name and charge. What is not to understand about that demand? Your jail, Todd Baxter, is a public facility. And I demand to know the name and charge of the individuals at Monroe County Jail. And you're refusing to provide this information about what goes on at your public facility that is Monroe County Jail. This is not a Holiday Inn. Not part of any public record. Your jail is part of the public record. The cost of surveillance device purchased with taxpayer dollars from Monroe County Sheriff Todd Baxter to fix to a building at 2025 Penfield Road to monitor Christopher Chichester, 26 Sanders Farm Drive, walks through the parking lot next to the building. I'm walking through the parking lot for the 4,000th time, just like my neighbors do. Just like 200 people did after the fireworks at Harris Wellen Park on June 30th. Just like I did when my dentist, Dr. Gloria Nichols, was at 2041 Penfield Road. And Dr. Gloria Nichols is a wonderful person. Dr. Nichols leaves, and these disgusting parasites, Neeraj and Layla Kumar Shah, move into the building. I'm walking through the parking lot for the 4,000th time, just like my neighbors do. I have photograph after photograph of people walking through this parking lot, like my neighbors right here. Did you arrest my neighbors for walking through this parking lot? Did you lose your mind screaming at my neighbors, Neeraj? So Neeraj Shah is screaming at me. I walk up to the vehicle. I say, what's the problem? He's still losing his mind in his vehicle. This is who you're with, Todd Baxter. Neeraj Shah goes to the Monroe County Sheriff's Office about me walking through the parking lot. And you, Todd Baxter, put this camera at 2025 Penfield Road. That is your camera. Camera, surveillance device. I call it a surveillance device. You bought this camera from me and affixed it to this building. Because when I'm walking through the parking lot, after you put this on this building, Elliot Roth, who works at this business, Consumer Insights, says to me, you're going to be arrested. Now, Elliot, why did you use that language to me? Why did you, Elliot, say to me, you're going to be arrested with that idiot Forrest Gump look on your face? Why did you say that to me, Elliot? Because you know that they were there, and this device, a surveillance device, Todd Baxter, is put on this building. And Todd, when CIA Director Mike Pompeo uses the phrase surveillance device, are you calling Lindsey Barron from the Monroe County office of Crazy Town to go to Langley? Are you Michael Rather? Are you Kathleen Miller? Are you W Today? Are you S.L. Birdie calling Lindsey Barron to go see CIA Director Mike Pompeo in Langley? This is your camera, Todd Baxter. Your employee showed me the video When I came outside, when you set me up, you told the guy to get on his tractor and go by my residence here. This land has no ownership. They're here all the time. This land has no ownership. Should not be on land you don't own and can't prove you own. Layla Kumar Nairaj. And if there's no grass cutting at all for 5 years when I began to live here in 2012 with my then girlfriend, beautiful, perfect Laura, no one owns this land, Nairaj and Layla Kumar Shah. Should not be on land you don't own and can't prove you own. I came outside. I stood right here. I said, they don't own that land. I walked back in my house. I'm outside for 30 fucking seconds, Todd Baxter. What crime am I committing, Todd Baxter? I'm on that video. Your 6 fanatics descended on me. And when the handcuffs went on, I was taken to Monroe County Jail, and I was put in the jail, and I was handcuffed to the toilet. I couldn't reach the toilet, and I urinated on myself. And that's when your Monroe County Sheriff employee showed me the video. He showed me the video on his phone that was taken from this device. You, Todd Baxter, put this camera on this building because you want to nail me to the wall in your psychotic 1984. This is your surveillance device, Todd Baxter. Do you understand me? This is your surveillance device, Todd Baxter. You're spending money for a camera to concoct a crime for me for walking through a parking lot? Madam District Attorney Sandra Dorley, you also received on January 31st the names and salaries of every public employee at the Monroe County District Attorney's Office. Where is it? Do you understand what a pathetic joke you are, Sandra Dorley, as the District Attorney of Monroe County, and you're refusing to comply with the law? Kyle Steinbach, how much do you pay to the Monroe County District Attorney's Office? How much do you pay? What is your salary, Kyle? Do you exist in 6 figures? What is the name of your employee at the Monroe County District Attorney's Office who stood in Penfield Town Court before John P. Lomenzo Jr. and didn't talk? She did not talk, Kyle Steinbach. You supervise the local courts, Kyle. What's the name of your district attorney who stood in Penfield Town Court before 70-year-old John P. Lomenzo Jr. and didn't talk, and then I'm deposited in Monroe County Jail as an innocent man, and I also did not hear Miranda? How does that happen? I didn't commit a crime. I go to Penfield Town Court. The prosecutor doesn't talk. And then I'm deposited in Monroe County Jail. There's Andrew Reale waiting for me. Put your hands behind your back. My ex-girlfriend, beautiful, perfect Laura, who I've known for 30 years, worked at the Penfield Library. And I would go over to see her. I do not know that at the end of the hallway is Penfield Town Court, even though Laura works at the Penfield Public Library. Freedom of Information Law. The cost to taxpayers of Monroe County District Attorney Sandra Dorley had suspended taxpayer dollars to settle employment-related discrimination lawsuits fair to comply with Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. What's the answer, Sandra Dorley? What is the answer to that question, Madam District Attorney? Are your employees at the District Attorney's Office at 47 South Fitzhugh Street behaving in disgusting, appalling ways? Is the answer yes or is the answer no? Freedom of Information Law. The documentation for the case of Christopher Chichester before John P. Lomenzo Jr. in Penfield Town Court. What's the name of the female prosecutor, Sandra Dorley? What's her name? What is the name of the female prosecutor, Sandra Dorley? What's her name? Send it to me. Sheriff Baxter, I have here your official photograph that adorns the wall at 130 South Plymouth Avenue. This is your photograph, Sheriff Baxter. And I regret to inform you that you, Todd, don't have any hair on your head. That's very unfortunate for you, Todd. And so, Todd, I'm going to help you out here right now. Now, Todd, here we have Old Spice Timber with mint 2-in-1, shampoo and conditioner. Oh, I forgot, Todd, you don't have any hair. I was recommending you use Old Spice Timber for the hair. See, it says right here in the bottle, for the you don't have any hair. So I apologize, Todd. So, Todd, here we have Axe Forest White Label. I use this. It makes my hair look terrific. Axe White Label Forest 2-in-1 shampoo, clean and soft, impeccably clean and ready. So, I'm sorry, Todd. You can't use Axe Forest. You don't have any hair, Todd. I apologize. I made that mistake again. I don't know why I made that mistake. So, Todd, here we have Axe Night 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner. This is 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner. Impeccably clean and ready to style. So you got the 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner. I apologize again, Todd. You can't use shampoo and conditioner. You don't have any hair. So I don't know why I keep making that mistake, Todd. So now, have you figured out what I'm doing to you at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office and Monroe County District Attorney's Office? Have you figured it out? Because you can ask the captain and Tennille. Do that to me one more time. So, and Sheriff Baxter, you need to counsel your 170 fanatics at your Jonestown to stop drinking this product. You understand me, Todd, baby? Now, Todd, you employ Michael Radler. Michael Radler was a Monroe County Sheriff Office employee for 20 years, and then he retired. He was finished. And then you, Sheriff Baxter, rehired Michael Radler as an assistant or a special assistant. And I do not know the salary for Michael Radler because you refused to disclose your public employee salaries to me. And Michael Radler is a double dipper because he has a paycheck for being a Monroe County Sheriff Office employee for 20 years, and he has a second paycheck. That is why you're a public employee, Sheriff Todd Baxter. Michael Radler is a double dipper. And I do not know if Michael Radler is a legal or illegal employee. I thought he was an illegal employee, and I do not know right now, but I'm in the process of finding out if your employee, Michael Radler, is a legal employee at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. And this Michael Radler, I sent him a FOIL, a Freedom of Information Law document 20 times for your public employee payroll. He's the person responsible for dealing with the public and requests demands for information. Every single time. Michael Radler, your employee, blew it off. Sheriff Baxter, how are your employees doing starring in this film here? Because you're a bunch of gangsters there at 130 South Plymouth Avenue, Todd. Now, am I in contact with you? Because you concocted 2 crimes for me, Todd Baxter. You do not know the definition of criminal behavior. This happened in a 2-week period. You sent this toothless grass-cutting loser by my house. You told this guy to get on his tractor because you knew I was going to come out of my house. I'm outside for 30 seconds. That's criminal contempt. How is it a crime to walk outside, stand on Sanders Farm Drive where I live for 30 seconds, say they don't own the land, and walk back in my house? How is that possibly a crime? I go to the now defunct PW Fitness in Penfield. I'm at the back of the gym. I'm on the bench press. Up walks to me as I'm sitting on the bench press, Jermaine Benman, the gym psychopath. He goes like this: I never allow these bankrupt individuals at the gym to tell me what to do. I'm on the bench press. I lean back to continue the exercise. Benman walks over to me. He stands over me. He punches down. My head snaps back. I should have retaliated by attacking Jermaine Benman. I should have jumped on top of Jermaine Benman and kicked the shit out of this guy. Because if it's a fight at the gym, it's just another fight at the gym. We go outside. I'm sitting in the back seat of the Monroe County Sheriff Office vehicle of Andrew Reale. Because we're outside after Andrew Reale arrived. I'm sitting in the back seat of your Monroe County Sheriff Office vehicle, Todd Baxter. I'm in the back seat, Todd Baxter. And Andrew Reale walks Jermaine Benman over to the side of the vehicle. And Jermaine Benman says to me, quote, I want to press charges against you, end quote. That's because your employee, Andrew Reale, told Jermaine Benman what to say to me. Why hasn't Andrew Reale been fired? What would you think if Kevin Baxter is charged with harassment second sitting in the backseat of a Monroe County Sheriff Office vehicle? What would you think if Zachary Baxter was charged with harassment second sitting in the backseat of a Monroe County Sheriff's Office vehicle? What would Mrs. Todd Baxter think if Kevin Baxter is charged with harassment second sitting in the backseat of a Monroe County Sheriff's Office vehicle? What would Mrs. Todd Baxter think if Zachary Baxter is charged with harassment second sitting in the backseat of a Monroe County Sheriff's Office vehicle? You, Todd Baxter, do not know what a crime is in Monroe County. This is fiction. This is a concoction. This is your disgusting descent on my life, Todd Baxter. I have never heard Miranda. Have you heard of the 1966 Supreme Court decision, Todd Baxter, Miranda versus Arizona? Have you heard of Miranda versus Arizona? I have never heard Miranda descended on me twice. Why is that? Why have I never heard Miranda, Sheriff Todd Baxter, District Attorney Sandra Dorley? Dear Mr. Chichester, pursuant to your request for information under Freedom of Information Law 4, the documents being requested are not part of any record that is maintained by the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. You, Todd Baxter, are a liar. You will say anything, Sheriff Todd Baxter. So, you, Sheriff Todd Baxter, and you, Sandra Dorley, will hear from me relentlessly, demanding your public employee payrolls. And I hope you continue to refuse. The United States Attorney for the Western District of New York is James P. Kennedy, Jr. And I'm going to contact James P. Kennedy, Jr. because I've worked to the point where I am right now. And I'm going to tell him that you've descended on me twice and I didn't commit a crime. And I'm going to tell him I didn't hear Miranda. I'm going to tell him the prosecutor didn't talk in court. I'm going to tell him that I was delivered to Monroe County Jail as an innocent man. It is not the enactment, the observance of laws that creates the character of a nation. President Calvin Coolidge.